Hello Gemini, welcome to your reading for the month of July. I'm so happy to be back with you. I hope you're all doing very well. Jupiter has just left your sign, so I hope that he has blessed all of you with a little gift. This month we're looking at the bloom cycle. So where I live, I'm in Canada, and it's summertime, and I love gardening, and I have this beautiful rose plant that goes through bloom cycles. And it really has made me think about what it means to accept, to have faith, and to have patience as well. Because the season starts out and you have this rose bush with beautiful, vibrant, abundant blooms. And then a few weeks later, those blooms start to disappear. Those particular flowers start to die. And in those moments where the plant is flowerless, you have to believe the flowers will come back. You didn't do anything wrong. It's just part of that particular cycle. So it's also about not forcing anything, right? Overwatering the plant, sticking all kinds of fertilizers in it, trying to force it to grow more flowers. You didn't do anything wrong. Just let it run its course and have faith that it will. And sure enough, another couple weeks, boom, whole new set of blooms. So we're going to look at what's blooming in your life, what is falling away, and then we'll finish with your wisdom or what you're meant to be learning or gaining from this experience. And it's not that I want to dictate your wisdom or the lessons or anything that you've gained from this, but I do think it helps to have some guidance, especially if you are in those moments of nothingness. It almost feels like a new moon, right? You have to have the faith. So it may help you in those moments. All right, Gemini, what is blooming in your life? The Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is blooming in your life. So there's a new relationship with someone, a new connection, or a renewed connection with someone that you've known from the past. Maybe it could be a love interest, it could be a friendship, it could also be an opportunity that comes through the grapevine, as they say. So this is kind of like you're looking for work and there's this opportunity that you've always wanted, a position you've always wanted. Well, you know someone who works there, and then when that position comes available, they're like, hey, Gemini, you should apply for this before it gets open to the public because it's coming up and I think you would do well here. So something kind of secret is shared between two people. It is Cancer season as well, which can be a bit of a nostalgic season for many of us, so there can be nostalgia connected with that. I think what's blooming is innocence, is friendship, is offerings and symbols of friendship, right? Here, I made you this necklace, or here, let's go out and I'll treat you to dinner, you're having a hard time, or someone gives you their time, someone gives you their efforts, or even shares resources with you. There's such a beautiful effort to make someone feel welcome, safe. Some of you may have kids and you see them growing up and you see them starting to interact in ways where they want to make kind gestures to others, and they might say, oh, can we bake cookies and drop them off for the neighbors or something. Like, I feel like a lot of you are witnessing this kindness in somebody that really touches your heart. I see peace with this card. I see peace, harmony, idyllic. It feels like a storybook. It's soft, it's sweet, it's innocent. So now let's see what's falling away. What you're releasing, what is disintegrating, Gemini. the Knight of Cups. Can we just take a minute to appreciate this beautiful artwork? Pencil crayon, 1989. This deck has been out of print for a number of years, and I really hope that they reprint it one day because I love this deck, and mine is just so worn, but it is my favorite. I connect to it the most. I actually learned, I would say, on this deck, as well as the Dragon Tarot by Nigel Suckling. Yes, those were my first two. Anyway, I mean, the Knight of Cups is feeling... He's like new to town and he's trying to make friends, or he's new to the scene and he's trying to sort of meet people, and it's the shy approach of like, I'm here. You know, it's that I think it represents that intention as well to make an offering, to help someone. It represents that intention. It's community showing up. Now that's what's falling away. So some of you have been quite overwhelmed by this feeling of wanting to help your community somehow. And now what's blooming is the actual action that takes place. The connection, the offering, the, hey, are you around? Or hey, I'm interested in you. Would you like to go for a date? It's nice too because the Knight of Cups can be quite swept up, and you might have been overwhelmed. Saturn in Pisces, you might have been quite overwhelmed by what you've experienced or what you have been feeling. The Six of Cups here really brings balance and I think solidity or structure to it. So you're feeling a lot more grounded, feeling safer, right? That initial contact has been made and now you're feeling safer to make a gesture, give a gift. You've gotten to know somebody and now you can share a gift with them or make that gesture because you know them a little better. So the overwhelm of emotion is falling away. The distractions are falling away. Knight of Cups can be just really imaginative and start out with good intentions, like I want to explore this to make a new song or make a new painting or whatever, but then he kind of swims away, gets caught up in the current. And the Knight of Cups too in a love situation can indicate romantic interest, but also one that changes over time, right? Feelings change. Feelings come and go with the tides, with that Knight of Cups. So whether you want to take my advice or not, but in a love reading, if you do pull the Knight of Cups, I don't see it as reliable in terms of love. Someone's interested, but they struggle somehow, or they just may find that you're not compatible. So feelings come and go with that Knight of Cups. But I will say that when I see the Six of Cups, I do see a lot of friendships. I see reconciliation, making amends, offers, love, community. And I hear a lot of you saying, or maybe someone has said this to you, like, I don't want the thoughts and the prayers, or I don't want to hear about your feelings. I want to see your effort. Like, words are not enough anymore. Promises are not enough anymore. As well intended as they may be, I need you to start following through. So with the Six of Cups, I do see that blooming. I do see more effort blooming. All right, and let's see what you're meant to learn or gain from this experience. The Two of Swords. You've learned to put your guard up, to shut the door, to say no, to not get involved, to not let this Knight of Cups pass through. See, he's approaching the shore and she's the gatekeeper. No, you shall not pass. You shall not pass. Some of you have really been caught up in memories, nostalgia, wanting things to go back to the way they were. The Two of Swords is like really saying, okay, no, I can't go back there. I cannot go back to the way it was. It's impossible to. Things just will never be the way that they were. And maybe stopping yourself if it hurts you to look through old pictures, to, as you connect more with that nostalgia, it's like looking through the pictures or connecting to those feelings, or the more that you give your energy to that, the more it will affect you. As they say, where attention goes, energy flows. And I think you're really learning to be discerning with where you place your energy. And there is a strict no to something. No, I shan't look, I shan't go back, I shan't speak to you. I'm listening, but I'm not answering right now. And that's important too. I'm listening, but I'm not answering right now. Somebody seems eager to make amends here. But Gemini, you might be wiser to it. You might know that there's already a cycle established, right? So if that's the case, it has to stop here. A lot of water and water imagery in your reading right now. Some of you may actually need to use protection. And I don't mean that in a sexual way. It could be. But protection in terms of like building a gate or building some kind of like, a sand wall or insulation or something that actually could stop the flow of water. Some of you, this may be a very mundane kind of practical application of these messages. Knight of Cups can indicate seepage, puddles. It's when we see those puddles after it rains. And why is the Two of Swords not wanting to look into that puddle? Because it's a distorted image of self. So you're no longer looking at distorted images of self. And emotion can really distort images, right? Thoughts can really distort our behaviors and our interpretations of things. And so there's a lot of different ways to apply this, but that is a no. You're not getting in. I'm not letting this in. I'm building a gate. Because it's almost like, again, he's coming to shore and she's stopping him crossing and landing. So I'm hearing, I think a lot of you are just ready to kind of move on in a very logical way. Emotion, as much as we just said it's like affecting you right now, it feels like there's you're recognizing that it's confusing you a little bit. So how can we remove the emotionality? We have to remove the causes or the influences of emotionality in order to see something logically. I don't see the Two of Swords as indecision. A lot of other readers will say that you're at a crossroads or you have to make a decision. I see the Two of Swords as self-protection, as not getting involved. I'm not responding, or I'm saying no. You're not letting it in. You will not pass through here. It's a no. That's going to be a no from me, dog. Ooh, you've got the Emperor on the bottom. Quite strong. Quite strong. He brings the structure. You're realizing that to have structure, to have a plan moving forward, there actually can't be as much emotion. Isn't that interesting? It's just been too overwhelming, too confusing, so yeah. The Knight of Cups is falling away. Your flaky behavior, I can't let you back in this time. I also see the Two of Swords as a pair of scissors that needs to cut something, sever the ties. Is this Six of Cups a good influence in your life? For some of you, this could be guilt that kind of pushes you to, you've already set a boundary and then you kind of feel badly and you go, oh, maybe I should let them in again. Don't do it. There's something cyclical about this. And again, I don't want to dictate your life. I don't want to tell you what you should or shouldn't do, but that's what the cards are offering at this time for your reading. So I think we'll leave that there, Gemini. I hope you have a wonderful month ahead. If you would like a personal tarot reading with me, I would love to read your cards. I'm opening my books again for the first time in a very long time, so just email me. I'll put my email address in the description box below the video, and just shoot me an email, tell me what you're kind of looking for, and we'll figure something out. I think my wait list is about 2 weeks at this time. So yeah, hit me up. I'd love to read for you. See you in the next one.